Hello Rattlings, and welcome back to my house. Last week we just mostly did almost all of the wire pulling for the whole house. This week we're kind of finishing up a couple things here and there, some oddball ones that we missed or just other things that we didn't get done last week as far as pulling wires is concerned, getting us ready to move on to the next step, which for us here is going to be probably plumbing and then our HVAC. So we're hopefully going to be starting on that next week.
Are these all labeled? Or like, how do you know?
Yeah, a lot of them are. Some of them are not. And that's going to be a puzzle for us to figure out. A little gift from our past selves.
Downstairs we have kind of a mess of wires. They're all over the place, and some of them are labeled, many of them are not. We just weren't thinking about it and missed them. Where our home runs are going to our panel, how we're going to figure out what's what is basically any unidentified circuit. We're just going to tie our hot and return line together. So we'll get another connector, we'll connect them together, and then we'll do a continuity test with a multimeter. Whichever circuits are reading continuous will tell us which is which, and then we'll be able to label them and then actually install them into the panel down there. It would have been probably a little better. It definitely would have been better if we just labeled them as we went, but we didn't do that, so we have to do this now. But this is our main panel for the house. Our power is coming in right through here. And we'll just snake it around the corner and punch probably through the back of the box here. This is an inch short because I made a mistake when I was doing your measuring. Happens. But this kind of thing has to go around the entirety of the basement. Anywhere where there's concrete, we have to build a short little wall in front of it so we can pack insulation in there.
So you're not having any exposed concrete?
No. Well, the ground might be left exposed, but there is insulation underneath this, so that's okay. But there's no insulation on the outside of this. All the insulation is going to be interior. So once we build out these, we pack insulation in here, and then that's it. We're also going to use this as space to put in outlets and stuff for our downstairs rooms. We can put outlets in here and not have to bust up concrete or do anything weird. But yeah, that's why this is here, and there will be more to come eventually. It's not a super high priority for us, but we do have to do it before we can move in. A big part of doing this, building a house, working in construction, even if you're just an owner builder, has been working with your suppliers. A major thing that I have seen over and over again is you have stuff delivered that just isn't up to snuff. Certain examples is we'll have wood delivered, 2x4s, 2x12s, whatever, that has giant chunks taken out of it. It looks like a beaver went to town and was tearing it apart. I think that maybe some of the time, if you have a crew that doesn't care, if you're working commercial construction and they just really don't care, they will throw that in and they will use it. I am building my house for myself. I care. Shit like that I am not going to accept and not going to work with. And it's really, really important to inspect stuff when you receive it and call it out when there's something that isn't meeting the quality standard that you're looking for. Oftentimes, suppliers will give you trouble, and sometimes it just takes arguing and advocating for yourself for minutes, days, sometimes weeks, or bordering months for some of the things we've had here. In my opinion, it's not worth letting one bad window or bad lumber stay. If you're going to stay in your house for 10 years, 20 years, the rest of your life, you don't want to look at something every day and think to yourself man, that's kind of stupid and I wish that I just got the right thing when I was doing it the first time. It's also a lot more work to go back and change something and do it right than it is to simply just get the right stuff the first time, install it the right way the first time, and then move on and never have to think about it again. So a big part of this job is just calling people out when they give you bad stuff, advocating for yourself, and just keeping at it. Yeah, at least in our experience, we kept getting stuff over and over again, not just from one supplier, but from many that really wasn't good enough. These windows, these aluminum windows we have in our bathrooms, they look okay, but I have a handful of problems with them. When we got them, they're 28 millimeters smaller than they were supposed to be on the vertical direction. They put these plastic spacers in the bottom to make up that distance or that dimension, but I didn't like that. I didn't think it was acceptable, so I took the insert off, built up our frame a little bit more, put the window in, at least for now. But I have a handful of issues with these things, notably the corners, the mitered corner cuts here are all sharp. They're not even deburred. I can't file this down myself to make it safe because I ruin the finish, and this is anodized black. I can't do that again, or powder coated, I think. But regardless, I can't refinish this once I fix this burr, and I've already cut myself a couple of times on these windows, and this is the finished surface on the inside. So to me, that's kind of not really acceptable. And then we have other stuff like this, where these windows, the finishes feel like this shiny plastic, like cheap. You can literally like flick it off with your finger. I don't know. They are not on the same level of quality as the other windows. I got the handle in here, but to get it to actually work, I had to saw down and modify the window manually, or modify the handle, because they put the holes for the handle install in the wrong place. Just kind of a lot of things about these windows are just not at the same level of quality as the rest of the windows we've received from Veta, so we're kind of going back and forth with them, seeing if we can figure it out and get something else in here. Especially because these windows are like 3 or 4 times the price of a regular Veta window. And it was just so that they would have this aluminum cladding on the inside here. All of our other windows that tilt open, they all slow open and they're really nice. This one literally just like slams into place. I don't know, but all of it just does not feel nice like the rest of them do. So I called them and I was like, have you ever actually touched one of these? And the sales rep was like, admittedly, no. I've only ever touched the fixed ones and they were all right. But this one is operable and really just like isn't meeting the quality expectation for something at that price point. So I don't know, I'm not happy with them, and hopefully they get us windows that I am happy with, because all the other windows in the house, except for this bathroom window and the bathroom window upstairs, have been great. So I'm hoping they actually take care of it and don't just leave me with windows that kind of suck. So we got these back last week, but we were kind of busy doing all of our electrical stuff, so we didn't install them until today. But today, well, yesterday and today. So we got these installed onto the doors yesterday mostly, and then we actually picked up the doors and put them in place today. So these started out as silver, probably saw them in a video or two ago. And we didn't really like that. All the rest of our hardware is black. All the rest of our hinges on all of our doors are black. So we sent these off to a local guy who does Cerakoting, had them Cerakoted black, and then reinstalled our doors. So all of our stuff is black now. We got the black kit for our door hardware, and then black everywhere else, like our striped plates, down at the bottom, down at the top. Basically everything is black now, as it was supposed to be from the beginning. We're all done with these. As soon as we get our front door back, we'll be able to put that or reinstall that, and then we'll be completely closed. All the doors and windows will be on. Yeah, so this door, it just showed up. So when that door, we had shipped to us, and in the box it was packed in, it was wrapped in plastic, and then it was in this box, and this door was just in here. So we have a door that we didn't order or ask for. We might use it, we might not, but it's covered in foam and stuff, so we kind of have to like chisel it out of here if we want to use it. And then, even then, I don't know, maybe it's like really fucked up in the back or something. I don't know, I have a feeling it is. I have a feeling it's messed up, and the company was just using it as packing material. But who knows?
Come here. Like and subscribe.